Alright, so it's all about that ace, no trouble. Yeah, I kind of went with the low-hanging fruit and, threw a Motorhead reference in there, but, I'm showing some personal growth today. Um, so, got the revised version of the game. You could say the first printing was a little argy-bargy, to say the least, but from what I understand, they kind of went back in, cleaned up some of the questionable imagery, so hopefully the conversation can, shift from questionable art choices to gameplay now, but I guess first I gotta get it open. I really hate these plastic things, but yeah. I'm willing to give this game a fair shake just because Devere has put out some bangers in the past, so, your miles will vary. And yeah, there goes my Motorhead reference. There's Lemmy with the From Dusk Till Dawn treatment on this rulebook here. It does seem to have some examples, so this rulebook might be worthwhile, but I'm not sure. Yeah, what kind of lured me into this game in the first place was the the ability to throw hands, the poker hands, which are right there on this player board that that's some assembly required. But yeah, and there's the washers for that. But yeah, I guess you're essentially, what is this? Okay, so there is a place that you'll probably never see on Airbnb, unless you really like tropical climates. But yeah, you get the sort of Western theme where you're kind of being a scene of killers fighting some guy. Okay, what? Alright, so we have a very shiny ace. I'll probably put an epilepsy warning in there because it's like you're trying to summon the demon of sunglasses or something. I don't know. Yeah, this is probably, yeah, so this is the basic 52 pickup right here. It does look like it is a bit moldy, so I know they were kind of going for that effect. And the face cards, at least these right here, have a Magnala-esque artwork to them. But yeah, I don't see anything really different. You got the spot there, you got a Sacred Heart there. So yeah, and that just looks like some Alice in Wonderland. That just looks like some, I don't know, some trippy thing from the psychedelic era of music. And there's a Joker. But yeah, like I was going on about the hook is, you're playing poker hands, to sort of deal damage. That in itself is not a new mechanic or mechanism or whatever you want to call it. But I'm assuming these are the beasties. Let's look at the backs of these. I don't know, what are that? What am I looking at? I don't even have an idea. There's a pet cemetery. There's an old church there. You got the gallows. Typical dressing. You got some saloons. Yeah, so some typical spaghetti western. Sweet Home Alabama, I guess. Typical western place. That just looks like a lovely place to live. And that's if you forget what game you're playing. So that's the backs of these things. Let's check the fronts. And that's a coyote. That just looks like a cat from the pet cemetery. So some sort of jackass. I don't know. It's got human teeth. No, so far it's just a weird menagerie of things. Scorpio cold as ice right there, I guess. And then we have Antonio Banderas. Got a normal everyday outlaw. Come out to play. That looks like my friend's stepdad. You got Calamity Jane there that really needs her coffee. And yeah, the J is silent, or the D is silent. We have a native myth there, which is pretty neat. So yeah, some of these people, okay, we got a school marm. Do we have a prospector? Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. You need one of those. We got Sweeney Todd there. Yeah, so it's kind of a blend of historical characters and then generic stuff. So not too bad. I do like the artwork though, I have to say. I said, it does remind me of, Mike Mignola's work. Well, that's also controversial there, but, what are you gonna do? Got that bounty hunter dog there. Gives me mad. We got the villain from Princess and the Frog for some reason. It's normal cavalryman. You got Jonah Hex there. Okay, you got Spirit of Wine. Okay, so I'm gonna sense a lot of spirits here. So yeah, okay, so these are like different incarnations, I guess? I don't know. Okay, sure. And that, yeah, that looks like Lee Van Cleef. Not sure who that's supposed to be. Yeah, so some of these people, they modeled on actors. That's obviously, is that you, John Wayne? Sorry. And obviously you got Mr. Eastwood there. And that's Sharon Stone, I believe. Don't know who that's supposed to be. Quick and the Dead, that was the movie I was thinking of. And Lord Overkill looks like, I don't know, The Shape of Water meets, I don't know, Gremlins. So yeah, this is the back of that. I'm gonna open up the expansion really quick. Alright, so we have Call of the Zombie, which they should have been called Hellbilly Deluxe, but I'm pretty sure they didn't want to get sued. So we have this, yeah, it's a little paper kind of thing with a few cards in it, so be curious to see. Nothing else in it. Alright, so let's look at the rulebook here. And like I said, I'm not sure if this is modular or you could just kind of throw it in with the base game and, it's got a few more rules overhead that you have to kind of worry about. And I suspect these guys are all going to be zombies. Is that a typo, Bronze? I wish I knew what that was. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. No 2 publisher. Maybe they invented something new that I didn't know about. But yeah, the backs of these cards match the backs from the base game, so it should be pretty interesting to see. I'm not sure if there is any variation, but whatever. So yeah, as expected, we have zombies here. I'm not sure if these are modeled after anybody in particular. They just kind of look sort of generic to me. That looks like the dude who plays Negan. I can't remember the actor's name. So yeah, I'm not gonna know all these references here, but whatever. And these people all look like they've had a really bad day. So, okay, yeah, that's interesting. The guy doesn't have a lot of boils, but this dude does. And then we get Rob Zombie himself doing a Kamehameha. And he's got his different forms. But yeah, that's essentially that. There we have it. Take care. Bye-bye.